Okay, if you're trying to purchase a ticket used off of someone else online and it looks like this, it's a static QR code that doesn't change. You can get scammed even if the ticket it gets sent to you through the Tixer app. There are generally 3 ways I have seen tickets being done. The most common being armbands. If you get a physical armband, you're typically good to go. NFC chip in there, you can't really make a copy of that. With a dynamic QR code, for example, this right here is for an upcoming event. I can't even access the QR code right now. It will be available probably like an hour before the gate opens. But once it is available, the QR code that's shown there will constantly change. Like every 5 or 10 seconds, it will update to a new QR code. These are a lot safer because unless you have a device that has access to an account that the ticket is being held by, no one else can access that dynamic code. You can't just send a copy to someone else. With these static codes, someone could purchase this, sell and transfer the ticket, but as long as they retain a copy of the QR code, all they have to do is scan the code before you do, and then you're stuck at the gate without a functioning ticket. And this is even worse than typical scams where you just send the money and they don't respond, because at least then you know you got scammed and you've got time to buy new tickets. If this happens to you, you're going to show up at the gate high and dry without a way to get in, and you're going to have to just buy a new ticket there. So the reason I'm doing a video about this is because this just happened to me. I took a lot of screenshots. I literally compiled it into a 4-page long Google Doc, and I sent this to PayPal and I sent this to Dance Festopia. I warned people that this happened. I said, hey, I got sold a ticket and then she sold someone else the same exact ticket. Don't buy from this person. But the problem is I couldn't really show proof, because to show proof, I would have to show the ticket, which is an active ticket. But after showing proof of what happened, Dance Festopia just let me know that her tickets have now been canceled and are invalid. So, I can show you what she did. Not only did she send multiple people a copy of the same ticket, but she tried to cover it up by photoshopping one of the tickets, something I accused her of doing, and to be fair, I wasn't able to back it up with evidence until now. So now, I get to show you guys a redacted copy with some personal information pulled, showing what she did, so you guys can be cautious and make sure it doesn't happen to you. 2 notes real quick. One, it's been mentioned her actual name. I'm going to call her Nina because that's the name that she typically goes by. From what I understand, that's what her friends call her. But her actual name is Yanbo. I found that out I think that's her actual name. That's the name attached to her PayPal that I sent her $725 something to. The link to this is going to be in the description of where you're seeing this. And 3, I genuinely did not want to do this. As soon as I found out that she sold the same ticket to someone else, I responded and said, hey, I'm not sure what you were thinking, but I can be forgiving if you want to handle this amicably. Unfortunately, she tried to lie and forge her way out of it, so here we are. So this is Nina on Radiate. This is where I bought the tickets from. She let buyers know her Instagram and to message her on Instagram to know that she's legit. And Pure Resource 4531 is the Reddit account that she tried to sell the tickets on a day after she sold them to me. So this is the original post. She's selling 2 VIP tickets, 2 4-night camping passes, and a parking pass. I'll get to the parking pass in a minute. You'll also notice that she's listing everything for $600. If you buy them all in a bundle, I'll do $600 total. That's important later. Within, I think, 2 hours of her posting the listing, I paid her. I think by the time I paid her, only 1 or 2 other people had messaged saying they're interested in, but this is me sending her the money. We'll get to this later, but she said parking pass right here. But I say 1 car can't pass in the listing. I will get to that later. That is important. So I purchased the tickets from her, but people keep messaging after I purchased, saying that they're interested in it, and you can't see here, but this upvote and this upvote are from her. So she's liking other people's comments after I purchased it, and I thought that was weird. So I tried to hey all these people. I hate Jade and I hate Otto. I ended up hearing back from Otto. He said she tries to sell it to him as well. I don't know if she tried to sell before me or after me, but no, it was definitely after I paid her, because several hours after I bought it, he messaged. But anyway, Jade responds, hey, I saw that you messaged on this post. Did you buy tickets from her? My friend bought these 4-day 4-day camping pass from her, and it was kind of sketch. And I was like, yeah, I bought everything she had to sell. I don't know what that's about. Can you send me a screenshot of the ticket? So Jade creates this group chat with me, and I'm going to call her Michaela, but I think that's how it's pronounced. It's spelled like Michael A, which is, I've never heard it spelled like that. So I asked for screenshots of what she sent Michaela, and this is what I was sent. This is the email that she got from Nina. the name from this address is Just Lee. I got sent mine from a different email address, which is kind of weird because she was forward with sending her Instagram. But anyway, this is the email that she got from Nina, and this is the ticket. So what's important here is this serial number. It ends in E8F52. We have the original emails that she sent us, and we can forward the original emails with the original content to any authority to prove what she actually sent us. This is the ticket that Michaela got. Now, this is my screenshot. Now, this is Nini, closer, and these are the tickets she sent me. Now, to be very clear, at no point do I ever claim that the issue is that she sent this over PDF. I wanted her to send it to me over Tixer, but I knew that these codes would work. It's a QR code. Whether it's on the app or not, there are pixels on the screen, it will scan it. I never claimed that she didn't send them to me, and I never claimed that I wasn't happy with it being PDF. I'll show screenshots of that later. These are the tickets that she sent me. As you can see, one of the tickets she sent me ends in E8F52. This is the same ticket she sent Michaela. Sold Michaela. So that's the first issue. The second issue is the car camp pass. So remember, she calls it a parking pass in the listing. That confused me because when I ask her about it, she tells me that, oh, it was a mistake, that pass isn't included, but I'll throw it in for $700 total. So now, even though she said everything's $600, she's now asking $700. An extra $100 for a parking pass that is $50 cash at the gate didn't make sense to me. So I asked her to clarify this. When you say park pass, are you talking about the car camping pass add-on where you camp with your car, or just the park fee? She says, I believe it's the pass you can take your car into camp with you. When I bought it, I just got the whole bundle to make sure I can have my car of supplies there. She's talking about a car camping pass, which makes sense because, $300 marked down to $100 makes more sense than a $50 pass marked up to $100. Okay. The problem is that it was a normal parking pass. So I realized this before I realized she sent the duplicate ticket. I was going to message her back and say, hey, what's going on with that? You can say here, she says, I believe it's the pass you can take the car. So she could have been mistaken, right? Except in the PayPal communication, she says this. I did not do false advertisement. I clearly stated 2 VIP, 2 Fortnite camping, 1 car pass. She's being vague here. That's not what she said. She did say it was a camping pass. And that's exactly what I delivered. You told me you did not need a car pass. Again, vague. But you will purchase it anyway to resell it. 1, again, she explicitly told me that it was a car camping pass. 2, yes, I did offer to buy it from her to do her a favor. I told her we were going to do the primitive camping, but since I figured you don't want to be on the hook to sell another thing, I'd be willing to buy it and try to sell it over to someone else. I definitely wouldn't have done that if I knew it was a $50 camping pass. Why would I want to take a $50 loss? She told me it was a car camping pass. I figured I could resell it and take it off her hands. Why would I do that for a stranger on the internet? Because her grandpa is sick, and I felt bad for her. My grandpa in China got really sick, and I have to fly there to see him, and I can't afford to do both. So if she thought she had a car camping pass and was just mistaken, then she could have clarified when I pointed out what she did. But instead, she lied and said, no, I told you what it was, and you knew what it was. She isn't innocent here. She had the chance to correct her error, but she just doubled down. So again, once we figured out what was going on, Jade starts commenting on the people who said that they were interested and said, hey me. She also says here, don't fall for this. She sent me and someone else the exact same screenshot with the same order number for the camping pass and stopped responding when I asked to transfer on Tix. I say here too, yeah, I'm the other, I can confirm. I'm going to DM the admins. She left the sale post up for at least 18 or 17-ish hours after I purchased the ticket from her. Once she's called out, she deletes the post like within the hour of being called out. Again, if she's innocent here, this is where she would respond and say, whoa, what's going on? I'm innocent. But no, she pulls it down. So I message her, that was pretty silly. What you plan on doing? And in her attempt to try to damage control this, she says, well, what's going on? I sent you PDFs. This is Borda saying that the PDFs will work. Again, I'm not concerned that they're PDFs. I'm concerned that you sold the same ticket to multiple people. This is what she sent me. You do not need to be present for them to get the tickets. Please send them to PDFs or transfer via Tixer. So, okay, cool. The PDFs work. She leaves in the question that she was asking Borda, which is the Dance Festopia producers behind this event. On Monday, the 19th, she asks, hey, I'm wondering if I have to be the person who picks up the tickets. Asking because my plus one will probably get there a couple days earlier than I do, and could they pick up the tickets for me? Thank you. She has 4-day camping passes. The soonest you could get in on a 4-day camping pass is Thursday. She, here, on Monday of this week, asked them if she could have a friend pick them up days before Thursday. Days before anyone else who purchases the tickets that she has would also be able to get them. So on Monday, she tries to see if she can do this, and then 2 days later, on Wednesday, she lists the tickets for sale saying she can no longer go. It does not matter that the tickets she sent me are PDFs but can still work. What matters is that 2 days before I bought them, her plan was to go, and she admitted to me that she found out that she could have her friend pick up the tickets before I could even arrive. She knows that she can have her friend come and pick them up before any of us would be able to redeem them. And she accidentally sent me proof that 2 days before she even listed the tickets, she asked Borda to see if she could do this. I brought this up in my PayPal chat with her and she never addressed it, but she knows that it's damning that she admitted this. In her PayPal chat with Michaela, she sends the same response that Borda sent, but this version doesn't include the question that she asked in the first place. She makes sure to not include that because it shows the scam that she was trying to pull. Now this is the part where it gets wild, because in the PayPal chat, she claims, no, I didn't send you guys both the same ticket, even though we have the emails, the original emails that you sent us the tickets, and I have screenshots showing that you sent us the same tickets, and I sent this in the PayPal chat. On PayPal chat, she says this: the ones I sold to you and the ones I sold to the other buyer have completely different serial number. First is the screenshot of the serial number passes I sold to you. Second screenshot of the pass is the one I sold to the other buyer. These are her attachments. The first one is the passes she sent to me. The second one is a pass that she is now claiming that she sent Michaela. I had Michaela send me the PDF that she's talking about. Here it is. And this is what she sent Michaela. Not the first time, but this is the correct one. And if I zoom in, I can see the serial number is different. It ends in D3E49, whereas the problem one from earlier was E8F52. Now, again, this is the screenshot from Michaela of the first one she was sent. Now, mind you, she's not saying I sent her a different one after incorrectly sending her the same one I sent you. She's just claiming here, no, I totally sent her a different one the whole time. This is the one that was sent to her originally. You can see it ends in E8F52, the same one that was sent to me. So now she's got this new one. Now, these are the tickets she sent me. These are all, again, legit tickets. Each ticket has 2 QR codes on them. And what happens if you scan these is it doesn't take you to a website, but it takes you to a URL, the URL being the ticket ID. So as you can see, the ticket ID ends in 2F0F9. 2F0F9. And this is what all legit tickets do. If I scroll down to the problem ticket that she originally sent both of us, E8F52, if I scan this ticket, it ends in E8F52. The scanned URL matches the ticket ID. If you, and you watching this can do this, if you scan the QR code for the ticket ID that she claims is the different ticket that she sent, if you scan this code, it ends in E8F52, which does not match what she sent. D3E49, if you remember, this is the ticket ID for the one she sent both of us in the first place. So she just copied and pasted over a new serial number over the same ticket that she sent both of us to try to cover up her tracks and lie about it. So to recap, she photoshopped a fake ticket to cover her tracks when it was exposed that she sent us duplicate tickets, all while just trying to claim that the tickets she sent me were valid. The validity is not the problem. The problem is she sent the same ticket multiple times and then tries to cover her tracks here. So that would have been the end of it, but then I find out that she, on her Reddit account, a day after I purchased the tickets from her, is trying to sell the tickets on Reddit. And she is listing the same things for sale here. 2 VIP passes, 2 4-nights, and a car parking pass. Same story about the sick grandpa, and this time she's upfront about $700 instead of $600. She uses the same image here as she did in her first post, and when called out for being a scam, her response is, "How am I a scam? Please explain," as if, because she thinks no one over here knows what happened. If she just goofed up, this is her opportunity to be like, uh-oh, I accidentally sent the same tickets. I'm trying to work with them. She wasn't. But instead she's pretending like she has no idea what anyone's talking about. This post was up, I think, like 14 hours. 14 hours by the time I noticed it. And then after this person called her a scammer, and then I said scam, within an hour of that, she took the post down. She then tried to post it again, and then blocked us. I sent what I have here to the Dance Festopia admins on the Reddit group, and they removed her from that group as well. So I did also want to respond to two things. One, there's a user here called Resident Reporter. She is a coworker / friend of Nina. She brings up the fact that since Nina isn't able to comment and respond to these, posts pointing out that she's a scammer, that she isn't able to tell her side of the story, and she gives her side of the story here. So I just wanted to respond to this as well, because I do think that's fair. I mean, for the record, she's talking on PayPal. She hasn't blocked me on Radiate for some reason. She could make another account. Her main account is just banned. That's all it is. Michaela started a dispute on the payment almost right after she got the ticket. I don't know when she filed her claim because it was different from me filing my claim, but I filed my claim almost immediately after I realized that she sent her and me the same ticket. It didn't take very long for us to figure that out. So yeah, we very quickly filed claims when she realized what she was doing. Nina mistakenly sent Michaela the wrong pass, but she fixed it by sending a new pass and communicated there had been a mistake, but she's using screenshots of her mistake as evidence that she'd been scammed when she knows damn well she's not. According to Michaela, it sounded like she just ghosted her for a while right after, so it didn't sound like there was good communication, but I don't know what communication really happened. I have some screenshots, but I don't know for sure. But the new pass she sent is a forgery, so Nina offered PayPal goods and services, FaceTime to contact the customer service center together, but Alex and Michaela had refused all solutions offered. We used PayPal goods and services. You offered to FaceTime me early on, but I didn't think I needed it because I thought you seemed legit and I trusted you. You do offer this. You say, PayPal, I'm willing to contact the ticketing company along with you, you being PayPal, and Alex to confirm the legitimacy of the tickets, or you can confirm on the ticketing app. Again, I never claimed that the tickets you sent me were not legitimate. They're legit, they would work, but they'd only work for the first person to scan them, and you sold them to multiple people. They kept the tickets and took away the payment. Well, one, we haven't gotten the payment back, so we haven't taken away the payment yet. Two, you straight up scammed me on 2 of the tickets that I know for sure. The camping pass that wasn't a car camping pass, and the pass that you sent to more than one person. You could have sold this to other people, and I don't know. I have good reason to believe that you are going to have someone else redeem the tickets before I can even do it on Thursday. I don't know that to be sure, but based on the way you've handled this, the lies you've made in your attempt to fabricate your way out of it, I can't trust that the tickets that I have are going to work. At this point, they've been canceled, so I know they aren't going to work. Once we found out you did this, I realized I can't trust the tickets you gave me. I need to buy new ones anyway. Nina sent Alex all his passes at the time of transaction, made no mistake, asked to call together to help transfer. Meanwhile, Alex is spreading these lies. Yeah, you sent me all the passes, and then I found out you sent one to someone else. The mistake you made was trying to do that and thinking you could get away with it. I want to point out, again, I didn't want to do this. I offered very early on, once I realized what you were doing, that I would be forgiving if you wanted to handle this without doing what you did. But you decided to do what you did, and so I'm telling people what you did. I'm not lying about any of this. I know it's a bad look for you. You shouldn't have tried this. Nina showed me all their conversation in person. She's banned from speaking on this forum, so how's she going to tell her side of the story? Something doesn't seem suspicious to you, any of you guys. Her side of the story was never told because of this. You guys know you're not telling the full story and you're showing your mistake on purpose to look a scammer. You kept the tickets, campus low payment. If you want to believe what's convenient for you, so easy for you guys to ruin someone else's reputation over a story you don't know. I don't think that her friend here is lying for her. I think that she believes this. So if you're watching and you're not convinced that your friend is lying to you, I don't know what I could show you. She also sent some messages to, I think, Michaela. In there she says, PayPal has all receipts of me actually sending the tickets and me offering to call to transfer, but y'all refuse because you don't want to play. And then she says, it was a mistake on my end that I sent the wrong pass via the JPEG file, but I corrected it by sending the correct pass through PDF. It has its own serial number and keeps trying to use that to say I'm scamming. So again, her sending PDFs are not the problem, it's her sending multiple copies. She also says we're slandering, well, I mean, this is her, but slandering her name for scamming and threatens to contact the authorities if the slander doesn't stop. All I have done is tell people what she did. If she were to go to authorities and say these people are slandering me, she would have to file a false police report lying about what happened because she knows what she did. I have no interest in trying to get her in legal trouble, but if she wants to go to law enforcement, then go for it. The same evidence that got these passes canceled for fraud might get her arrested if she tries to involve law enforcement. I don't remember where she says this, but she at one point claimed that she was just selling multiple different people's tickets. So she had her tickets listed up for sale, and then she sold those, and then she was selling other people's tickets. One, she's claiming that the ticket she sold Michaela was someone else's ticket. We know that to not be true. Two, if she had more tickets than the 2 VIPs and the 2 camping passes, then why didn't she advertise this when she was selling them in the first place? Also, if she is claiming that the tickets she's trying to sell here on Reddit are someone else's tickets, because again, this post was, I think, a day after I bought them on Radiate, then why is she giving the same grandpa is sick and I can't afford to go if these are someone else's tickets? I can't find the comment, but at one point someone said, why would she be willing to FaceTime with you and show you her Instagram if she was going to try to scam you? Like, how would she get away with it? I don't think she thought it through, but she said something that implied that she thought she could get away with the money if she just removed it from her PayPal account. In the chat with Michaela, she says, I already transferred all the balance to my bank. If with all the obvious evidence PayPal want to take the loss for you and refund you, then good, but I'm not giving into your bullying. I think she thinks that it's kind of like home base. She's safe if she brings the money to her account. PayPal will just charge her bank account if she's found guilty. This makes me think that she thought even if we filed a claim after showing up to the venue and couldn't get in, she could just not give us the money if she transferred it to her bank. I don't know. That's not how it works. But in conclusion, this would be avoided entirely if event organizers like Borda, Dance Westopia were to go away from static tickets. If you ship out physical wristbands or a dynamic QR code that can only be accessed in an account, she couldn't pull something like this because she can't send copies. She can't try to sell copies because the copies won't work. The fact that a PDF copy will work is a problem. Now, I want to preface this next thing by saying that Borda, the organizers behind Dance Westopia, were really cooperative with me. I sent them the information, or I tipped them off that maybe something was going on. As I got more information, I sent this whole thing over to them, and they were pretty responsive and ultimately canceled or deactivated those tickets. I know that there's nothing that they can do on their end in terms of giving me a new ticket. That's fine, I get that. But in terms of actually looking into what I sent them and doing something about that, I definitely appreciate it. That said, I think organizers have a responsibility to do what they can to minimize fraud. Event organizers aren't really incentivized to do anything about this. As long as the secondhand market is sketchy, more people are going to want to avoid the hassle or potential risk and just purchase from them. Legit safe transfers happen all the time, but if you buy a ticket that someone's already bought from Dance Festopia, for example, there's no more money in their pocket. They already sold it. So if there's any message I could give, it would be please go to a dynamic QR code system and this wouldn't happen.